Hey buddies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon. This is Destinies. This is by Lucky Duck Games, possibly the first video by them on the channel. First board game that I'm bringing to you to AmassGames, both for YouTube and potentially other places too. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Are best in YouTube. I've also got other games in the Destiny series to bring you as well. This came out a few years ago. This is a Polish company, Polish designers, and this is a game that's competitive for 1 to 3 players. You can play it through 3 times, and it's a game whereby we are going to use an app-driven narrative to determine our fates, and you have some huge monsters and some very tiny ones as well. I spoke to somebody about maybe painting these, and they weren't particularly interested, but I think with something like that they may well be. They're quite light miniatures. This is quite bendy and floppy, very interesting. And yes, there's various little tracker sheets over here whereby we're going to go up. So any comments are best on YouTube. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if I want to do that video. This, of course, is unboxing, teaser, trailer, preview, over video. So if you also want to check out these photos, head through to Instagram via the description, YouTube. Make sure you head through to join the conversation on Facebook. Listen to the podcast where this has already been discussed a few times already. Also head through to Linktree. There's occasionally competitions, but they are time sensitive, so they do disappear. These are rather thick pieces. And lastly, make sure you head through to Patreon where you can support the channel. So this particular game, like I said, it's interesting how you can play it through multiple times. You're going to pick a character. Again, you can run through it. So my plan is to try it as a 2 initially, then as a 3, and then I'll play it solo, where it should potentially be the quickest way of doing it, especially as I've been used to playing it. So have the third leads here. Again, you can't play it as a 4, so it's interesting how with some of these games they thought, nope, we just think it's at most a 3-player game. A bit like Fields of Old, they chose to only put an extra player into it. These are very interesting, the double thicknesses they've got going on here. I'm almost thinking they've got 2 boards, but no, they've just gone for extremely thick counters. Got some wooden counters over here. There are those QR codes I mentioned. Now previously, when I have played QR driven games, such as the likes of, I guess also by Lucky Duck, the Chronicles of Crime series, it kind of lacks the immersion for me because you're just tapping on a card and goes, oh, hello there, yes, you're here. Whereas if you're revealing a card, I just feel like you're more in the moment. It's kind of why I do prefer games which are very much more analog driven. Also, just that, I have zoomed out a bit more compared to usual, so that does affect maybe your experience on how far it is. I haven't zoomed out specifically in terms of the panoramicness of it, so you're not losing any quality, but I don't know how well you're seeing the board because I have gone it from more of an angle. So let's going to grab into those cards. Again, I don't think there should be any spoilers because, of course, we are going to use a QR code scanner to figure out what it's doing it, and specifically we're using an app to do so as well. So this is also going to go in that 2-player playlist. These are nice inserts they've got going on here. Again, I don't know if they don't seem to mention spoilers, so that seems good. And this is going to be 120 minutes to 160 minutes in duration. So yeah, there's some various cards. I don't think you can really be spoiling it there. It looks like we've got some sort of tiles, or maybe these are kind of card sleeves. This could be going in my sleeving playlist, I think, as well. Again, I don't know how much it's going to be affecting it by the fact you're able to kind of see what's going on. But obviously, if you do damage a card, you know what's coming up next. But it doesn't seem like this is going to be a big issue. So also check out my various other playlists that this could well feature in. Of course, this is going on unboxing, teaser, trailer, preview, over video playlist, and it will go in the AmassGames playlist as well as the how to setup, play, and review list for when, of course, that video goes live. Aside from that, obviously daily videos for the last 5 or so years. Dice, so it's going to go in the dice distancing video too. So maybe we've got, these are quite thin though, interesting dice. These are, they're recessed, which is great, not just printed on. And that's very nice too. And again, these small little pieces as well. So the small little wooden counters, which we'll get into, of course, when we do that whole video on how to set up, play, and review. So all these counters need to go back in here, I guess, and we'll try and do it in a second. And then let's just grab that rule book and have a quick look at that. So here is the rule book. It's not too lengthy, but I think it's going to be on, okay, only 16 pages. It's credits in there, a page for that, a kind of a reference page at the back, and quite nice large text, nice large examples it looks like. Yeah, skill marker tokens are the wooden ones. And yeah, I'm guessing solo fits in there too. So that's it, that's Destinies, which I nearly pronounced wrong initially. It's for the base game, as you can see, so they obviously knew they were planning to expansions at this point. But for now, back to the table.